long bomb to the ruckman.
Bell around the outer side. Carey. Wayne Carey to Archer. Archer inside the 50. Carey. Well worked. 50-50 ball. Longmire did best. And Carey can apply the finish right here.
Yes, it was actually the John Longmire, Damien Monkhorst attack on the footy that decided this piece of play, this passage of play.
Sorry, I was glad it's on half-time and the scores are level and Carey's having a shot from about 45. I'd be very, very nervous. Good luck.
Granny was offline yesterday. Don't worry about it. Here's Carey from right on the 50. Straight through the middle. Marvellous kick.
We will look forward to just before half-time. These things do have a habit of coming back to haunt you, don't they?
Don't you know all about it?
It was straight after I wrapped him yesterday. He went bad, didn't he?
Yes, I'd like to know which player you're going to give a bit of a bump up to early so I can get on the opposition.
I may test Carey. See how good he really is.
Yes, he did put the mocker on Chris Grant yesterday, and he did respond by kicking, I think it was 4 straight behinds. But a good goal to North.
13-30. King finds Carey.
Well, they went into a control pattern at the last centre bounce, starting Wayne Carey at midway between centre half back and full back for North Melbourne, but he has pushed right through the lines and has got himself in a position to kick his second goal.
It's nearly on siren time too.
Fair way out this one.
He's got one this afternoon, so his totals are 22. Let's fly. That's close. I think it's okay. May have brushed the post. It did. So a bit of drama there. Carey looking for his second of the afternoon, his 23rd of the season.
That's a great mark in front of me. He went right back and took the pressure then.
Longmire towards half forward and Carey. Awkward bounce. Carey could have been taken high. We'll get the free about 60 metres out.
Exactly as you called it, Dennis. Carey was certainly grabbed high.
I think a lot of players are still making the mistake of trying to do U-turns on this very slippery ground. It does look in perfect condition, but it's incredibly slippery. We saw Carey trying to duck back. Guys are doing it in the centre at their own peril.
Carey plays on long down towards full forward. In from the side, Crocker. Immediately into the action. You've got to say he's a crowd favourite. It doesn't matter much who you support.
He's an interesting player too, Dennis, isn't he?
He's had terrible.
All he's doing is taking the run of Monkhorst. He's really not trying to compete for the ball, just trying to bring it to ground, as this one does done.
Grant got it across to Harvey, on the bounce to Carey. Carey, 55 metres out, took a while, goes long down towards the square. All North Melbourne should have let it go. Not sure it was Harvey alongside, I don't think there, Bell. Maybe a lack of talking. He may have thought it was a Collingwood defender, but even so, it was the wrong decision. Off hands and across the line. Watch it again. One assumes Harvey is talking there. May have said mark it.
I think often, Dennis, it's all...
Blakey, nicely done. Stevens through the middle, kicking it down towards half forward and Carey. Carey flexing his muscles now. Alongside this centre circle, Wayne Carey's away. Goes for distance, not a good kick. It tumbles towards the pocket. Kinnear's in the road.
Scholl's away, and Scholl quickly delivers to Carey. Perfect build-up, good mark. That is North Melbourne's trademark, isn't it? But they move the ball quickly. They don't muck around with a handball or a bounce in that situation, and they find Carey, who goes to Scholl, who could kick a goal from here.
Yeah, it was a signature move, wasn't it?
Yeah.
From King's kick to himself, and then driving it long. Geez, I thought, John, that John Longmire was maybe a shade lucky.
Crawling after it was Scholl. Picking it up is Chandler. Chandler kicks inside the 50. Buckley worked out of it by Carey. And Carey is marked. Plays on. Harvey running into an open goal. Puts it through. Three goals to Harvey.
And Byron Pickett has run from the back pocket to the half-forward flank. He's wrapped up Winston Abraham and said, "Your goal, young man, that was an absolute beauty." And this was a fair bit of, I think, a reaction to the inspirational run and chase by Winston Abraham. We saw a gang tackle there. That's just pure class against a class opponent, Buckley, who's trying to work his way into the game. And then poor discipline. Players have just dropped their concentration from Collingwood. And the question I think about Collingwood...
Taken by Stevens. North had numbers there in the end. That was the difference. Stevens has kicked to Carey is a good one. Carey had a very big second quarter on the left. Kicks the ball to the space. Wants Longmire. Oh, that's good. You've got to pay that. You reckon he meant every bit of it. Peter Mack, you've got a better view than we have from where you are. It looked just perfect. Peter McKenna, I was just saying that you've got a great view from where you are.
Brown the mark. Osborne back on the ground from centre-half back towards midfield. They've turned it over. Back goes Carey. Wants to go and does. Slips away. Kicks it back towards Crocker, and there are strong hands. That was a terrific mark. Brown caught the body in midair, and normally that's enough to move the hands. It didn't move Crocker's. Marvellous mark. And Crocker about 35 metres out.
Well, Carey marked Gavin Brown's kick, I think it was, into the forward line after Brown received it from Nathan Buck.
Half forward, Kinnear almost. Chandler waiting in front, got the crumb. Hurriedly across. High kick from Welsh. It floats inside the 50. Carey goes down.
Signal given was for a push.
They're not going to like this, the Collingwood Army.
May well have been a little bit too high also, but I'll tell you what, she was a pretty brave decision. I reckon the Collingwood Army are going to be a little bit incensed by this one. But no question there was a
certainly high tackle. What confused the Collingwood crowd, I think, was the fact that the signal given was for a push in the back.
I think they were confused because it was given to Carey.
Kicks a timely goal.
It's kicked 3, Carey, 1 in each of the quarters. Just like Watson for Collingwood. It's a good game. It's like the temperature's been turned up a few degrees in the last 10 minutes.
It's a tough job, though. 1 out against Wayne Carey. Most defences would have extra players dropping back against Wayne Carey. And, John, there's no question about that one, is there?
There's no doubt that's a free kick, and maybe all the Collingwood supporters should go back and have a look at it on 7's replay tonight.
At the 50, Stevens, great evasion. Kick not so good. Comes across to support, though. Welsh down towards centre-half forward. Back they go, Brown and Carey. Carey could have been held on to. It matters not. He's kicked his third.
Big goal. The big player for the moment. 14-7 to 10-13.
Well, this is just a real tragedy, I guess, for Collingwood, because that was just overplayed, that handball. Wasn't a great kick either by Stevens, but this was all class. 2 good players, 1 finished.
Little break now for North again. Well done to Welsh. Welsh kicks long. Carey and Brown again. He's got it again, the King. He'll kick it, you reckon? He'll go back and dob it through.
Gerard, I think you're dead right. How did Gavin Brown get rid of the ball in the centre? But Hayden Kennedy was directly behind him. And
gee, pick it again. Sorry, John.
Fantastic.
How many times has he done that?
At least 3.
So Carey from 50. This will be 3 goals if he kicks it in the 3rd quarter. It's a big ask. Goes back. It's big and it's long and it's good again. The King has put them 4 in front. He's broken this game apart now with 2 goals late. It's 15-7 to 10-13.
Well, this was the 1. And, well, that was an incorrect disposal. I would have thought it was a line ball for prior opportunity, but the umpire called play on. But good mopping up by the North Melbourne defence. They've just been just that little bit better under pressure. Their skills have stood up and withstood the pressure of Collingwood.
He just got to attack here and try like crazy. Chandler clever. Carey's first real touch in the last quarter. He could go for it here. He's missed it. It's a behind. He was in 2 minds. Was on the left and then straightened on the right. So a point there to Carey. And North, well, they look safe, don't they? There's Longmire. 6.5 minutes to go, and they're getting it out to about 5 goals.
To outrun them. Outruns one. Williams bearing down, but Abraham brilliantly done. This is Carey. Carey pulls it back towards the middle. Coming back is Grant. Rock did well trying to protect him there. The hand pass from Welsh to Miles. Miles 25 metres out. The icing on the cake. With a compress on the back.
This is a good finisher down Miles. That's another great little shot at goal. And every North player knew on the ground where this ball was going to head to. Wayne Carey across centre-half forward. Gets the mark, and then he hits it to that top of the about 40 metres out directly in front. Have a look at the runners. They all go there. Despite the mark not being taken, there's enough players there to mop it up and bang. What a finish.